do I recognize true love? It may sound as if it is not connected to the justice of God, but it is very, very connected. All right. Why? Because we did say that fundamentally justice means faithfulness to a relationship. Faithfulness to a relationship. Fundamentally, biblical justice is a term that denotes relationship or loyalty to a relationship. So now, how do I recognize true love? Number one, true love is just. True love is just. True love is just means that true love is faithful to a relationship. Whether you are faithful, in your relationship with your spouse or your partner, or the person you're in love with, or your children, or your parents, or your siblings, or your pastor, or your brethren in church, true love is just. All right. And if it's in a relationship, in a loving relationship, the person that you're in a relationship to ought to show faithfulness to that relationship. All right. How do you know that someone shows faithfulness to that relationship? When the person shows faithfulness to your person, the person will show faithfulness to your person. The first person will show faithfulness to the things that concern you, to the things that you love, to the things that you value. You understand? True love. Now let me add this. True love has boundaries. Just like the justice of God has boundaries. People just think that they can do anything that they like because they think it's when living in the dispensation of grace. No, but grace is under the justice of God. All right. So there are boundaries and there are consequences to those boundaries when they are broken. All right. True love will have boundaries and true love will have consequences. When someone, you should have in a relationship. If you're not yet married, you should actually have deal breakers in your relationship. If you get into a relationship, you decide that I will not, condone a man cheating on me. Then if the moment he cheats on you, listen, that should be if you are told him at the beginning of your relationship that I will not take this, from the moment that he cheats on you, get out of that relationship. Why? Because you see, if you don't move out of that relationship, he's listening to you. He heard you very well. He heard you the first time and he did it and he found out. At that point now, if you don't move out, you are not exercising the consequences. That means you're not a serious person. You will never be taken seriously. And let me tell you, in that relationship, you'll keep going on and on. You'll be chasing this person over and over again. That will not be the first time. That will not be the last time they're going to cheat on you. They're going to continue and continue and continue. All right. So now, true love has boundaries. All right. You must always, in your relationship, every relationship must have boundaries. There was a time I taught on boundaries. Complete teaching on boundaries. All right. You should have boundaries in every one of your relationships. You should know what is a boundary. Boundary is the property line. You should know that this far, property line is like this is my property. You shouldn't come, beyond this point. You shouldn't come beyond this point. Okay. So at that point, you're like, so these are the things that you're going to do to really, really hurt me. I shouldn't do that. And any person whom you have drawn your boundaries with and still goes ahead and breaks it, and betrays you, let me tell you, you ought to be working, carefully around that person. Someone who clearly betrays you. Let me show you the dictionary definition of betray. Betrayal is actually when someone exposes you to danger by treacherously giving information to an enemy. All right, they expose you to danger. Any act that the person you're in a relationship with does to expose you to danger. And when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about people that are already married, because there are different ways they can deal with this. But if you're not married and you're in a relationship, try to know whether this is true love or not. If you're married, of course, you should have convinced yourself at this point that it was true love. All right. If it's not, you have to find a way to work it out. Okay. But at this point now, we're talking about someone we're not married and you're trying to discover if this person really loves me. If the person betrays you the first time, betrays you the second time, betrays you the third time, let me tell you, they can't help it. You know why? They are not faithful to you as a person. Secondly, they are not faithful to the relationship. All right. They are not being just with you. That is sheer injustice. You cannot subject yourself to more and more injustice remaining in that relationship. Why? Just because you want to be in a relationship. You should move on and allow them to sort out themselves. And if they're able to come back change, well, you could give them another chance if you want to. But of course, you have to check. See, how do you know that someone is not the person? You have to keep checking your boundaries. You have to have your boundaries and you have to give your consequences and see what they do afterwards. All right. So that's basically how to understand what true love is, because fundamentally justice means faithfulness to a relationship. When a man fulfills the conditions that of that relationship imposed upon him by a relationship, then he is that's true love, just as how God is. God is just, all right, and God is love at the same time. A just person is a person who feels for you, who wants to be with you, who does not want to lose you. All right, so those are basically the yardsticks for testing true love. All right.